Getting a media pass as a photographer is so much easier than you think. You just need to know how to go about it. Now, the other day I was at an event and I was speaking to another photographer and they were asking me how I get media passes for the different football events that I've been covering recently. Now, this is something that's come from complete trial and error for myself. I've tried so many different ways, tried so many different things, sent so many different emails, and then only after a matter of months of trying this, I managed to get my first media pass. And from then, it just rolled on and on and on. I think the single most important thing when looking to get a media pass is your network. Your network needs to be built from preferably day one. As a photographer, your network is the amount of people around you that are in places that you need to get to, or may know people that are in places that you need to get to. And it will generally shock you how small the media world is. A random photographer that you might have met on an event and you just said hello to might know someone who's looking for another photographer, and they end up recommending you, and then you get a bit of paid work from there. That ends up being the reason that you get a media pass at another event. The domino effect has been crazy in my photography journey so far, and I'm sure it will be in yours as well. Now, building a network might sound really daunting to some of you. However, it's a lot easier than it sounds. It can even be just sending Instagram DMs or commenting on someone's post. Just generally coming across as a friendly and nice person online can go a long way. It doesn't need to be in person. You don't need to be going up to other photographers at sports events. As much as that does help, and that will really speed up the building of your network, that's not necessary to have a strong network. Now, if you're more of an outgoing and confident person, when you're at an event and there's another photographer there, going up and saying hi, introducing yourself, learning about what they cover, what they do, who they are, things like that can really help as well. As much as I say a network is the most important thing, which it is, a network alone isn't going to get you those media passes. You can't rely on people just to come to you and give you a media pass. You need to be outreaching. Now, I speak to a lot of people who say they just send loads and loads of Instagram DMs, which is great, don't get me wrong. You're upping your chances, but only by 1 or 2%, not by loads. The best way to get media passes is via either LinkedIn or email. These two are a lot more professional than Instagram DM and make you look more like an actual business person rather than just a photographer who's trying to flog a living. It's really simple. All you've got to do, make a portfolio. It's best if the portfolio is on your website, but if you don't know how to make a website or you don't have the time, just put your best photos into a Google Drive folder, title it that it's your portfolio, and attach that to an email introducing who you are and effectively sell yourself into why they should give you a media pass over someone else. Don't be too pushy. You don't want them to feel like you're a salesman, but you do also want to be able to sell yourself. You don't want to be too humble in your email by giving them no reason to actually give you said media pass. That outreach is really what is going to boost your chances in getting a media pass, sending hundreds of emails a day even, reaching out to people on LinkedIn, getting those connections, interacting with LinkedIn posts of people who are in higher up positions is really a great way to get your name out there and get people aware of who you are and what you do. Now, getting your first media pass isn't an easy feat at all whatsoever, and it should definitely be celebrated when you do it. However, these things are going to up your chances in getting that first media pass. As I mentioned earlier in the video, once you get that first media pass and you get those photos onto your portfolio, a lot of the time, media passes are so much easier to come by. And it's almost like breaking a barrier. And once you're through that barrier, it all becomes a lot easier.